with our towels in our hands. Let's put the pillow actually behind our low back here. And if you took my class the other day, it's kind of a similar way to start, but let's add just a little kind of scapular activation here. So you're going to hold on either end, and I want you to just gently pull apart. Let's make those legs a little bit more active, so flex those feet. Tail is nice and heavy. And if everybody can see me here, we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to start with a roll down from the pelvis. So we'll sit nice and tall, legs are straight. Start to slowly scoop and roll back one vertebra at a time. And then once that low back hits, you're going to let those arms come over the head. Take a nice deep breath in. And then on your exhale, slowly bring those arms up. Let that chin come up, that chest roll up nice and slow. And then go ahead and stretch all the way forward here. Stretch out those hamstrings and that low back. And then from here, we'll slowly roll all the way up, building up your spine on top of that tailbone. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, wheel the pelvis back. Feel that low back hit, that mid back, that upper back, and then let those arms come up. Take a nice deep breath in. And then on your exhale, bring your arms up, chin forward, chest forward, as slow as you can. Feel up, still pulling apart on that towel. Go ahead and reach forward over those toes if you can. Rounding that spine, letting that chin drop. And then stack up that spine, building up one vertebra at a time. We're going to do that one more time here. Tuck that tailbone under, scoop, roll back. Good. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly bring those arms forward, chin forward. Let's pause halfway up at the top. Hold in that nice rounded C curve here. We're going to do little pulses as we reach forward. So scoop and reach, and pull apart on that towel very gently for 5, 4, scoop deeper with every pulse, last 2. One more and pause here. We're going to do a little X, a little figure 8 with those arms. So little twist and little twist. Yeah, make a figure 8 with that towel. Gently pull apart. How's this feeling, Jenna?
Oh gosh, Karly, my abs are turning already. I just ate breakfast. What was I thinking?
Last 2. Last one. Let's come back to center and then little pulses up one more time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. We're going to roll all the way down. Slowly roll back. Inhale. And exhale. Bring that arms up, chin forward, chest. Slowly roll up, bone by bone. Reach forward one more time. And then slowly stack that spine up, sitting up nice and tall. All right. So everybody's spines should feel nice and warm. Those abs are warm. The breath is warmed up. Let's go ahead and lay all the way down onto your back. You can put the pillow and the towel to the side there. Go ahead and lay all the way down. Make sure you guys can see me here. We're going to come into that neutral spine position. So we want the tail to be nice and heavy, the back of the hips to be heavy, and then there might just be a little bit of space between that low back and the mat here. The hip bones are parallel with that pubic bone. The arms are going to be down by your side, nice open shoulders here. We're going to use that breath to go into a slow march. So take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your right leg to tabletop. Inhale, we'll put that foot back down. Exhale, bring your left leg to tabletop. Inhale, place that foot down. We're going to do that a couple more times on each side, focusing on softening at the hip crease as the leg raises, using those low abdominals to float your leg up to that tabletop position. Kind of isolating that thigh bone from the hip bone. We'll do that for 5. Inhale down. Exhale up 4. And exhale up 3. Last 2. This time hold that right leg up. And then use that exhale to bring that left leg up to meet it. We're in that tabletop position. We're gonna raise those arms up over the head. We're gonna do some ab curls here. Take a nice deep breath. On your exhale, reach forward, curl up, peeling your shoulder blades off of the mat. Inhale, rest the head down as you float your arms back up. Exhale, lift that chest, keeping a little space between your chin and your chest here. Reach those arms like someone's pulling them towards you, and then start to slowly rest back down. We're gonna do that a few more times. Exhale, curl up, and inhale, rest, and exhale, curl up, and inhale, rest. One more time. Exhale, curl up and pause. We're gonna go into those 100s here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pumping those arms. 3, 4, 5. Maybe extend those legs if you're wanting a little bit more of a challenge. Make sure we're keeping that neutral spine. Continuing to breathe here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You start to feel tension in the neck. Rest your head on the mat, but just keep pumping those arms here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 3 more breaths. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. For this last one, see if you can get a little bit deeper. And exhale. And bend the knees, float the arms up, rest the head. We're gonna let those knees come into the chest. Slowly rock and roll on your mat.
I'm officially sweaty.
All right, good. I hope you guys can't hear my awful washing machine. It's so loud. Sorry. Okay, so plant your feet, hands behind the head, interlace those fingers. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to curl up, gazing forward here. You're going to take that left hand out from behind the head, reach those fingertips across, and just pulse here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and switch it out. Left hand comes behind the head, right arm reaches. 8, 7. Pay attention to those knees and those thigh bones. Make sure those aren't shifting. For 3, 2, 1. From here, bring both those hands behind the head. Take one leg to tabletop. Then the other, we're gonna go into a slow bicycle twist from right to left. Make sure that those knees stay stacked over the hips. That twist is coming from the rib cage. We twist and twist. You want to feel that bottom rib connect to that opposite hip bone here. We're gonna keep going here for 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2. We're gonna go right into the next thing here. Take a break if you need it. Come back to center, bring those legs up. We'll inhale, lower down. Exhale, take the legs back up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower the legs down to about 45 degrees. Exhale, lift. If you need to, you can rest that head down and just lift and lower those legs, using those abdominals, using that breath. Inhale. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last thing here, curl up, grab either your hamstring, back of the knee, or a calf. We're gonna pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Now my couch is in my way right now, to be honest. I want that leg to really drop to make sure I can feel that stretch in the hip flexor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and rest that head. Let those feet come to the mat. Let those knees gently twist from side to side. How is everybody doing? I know your cameras or your mics are
Burning. I'm burning, if that counts for anything.
Okay, so let's move on here. Give that back a little bit of a break. Our abs are nice and warm. Those hamstrings are a little bit more loosened up. Let's bring those heels towards your bum, and let's open up those shoulders. We'll start to articulate through the spine, from the bottom. So I want you to tuck that tailbone under, start to press that low back into the mat. Start to peel your spine up one vertebra at a time into that bridge position. Maybe you're only coming halfway up this first time. Just kind of build your way up to the top of that bridge. And then we'll slowly roll down one vertebra at a time here. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, tuck that tailbone under. Scoop your low belly. Start to peel your spine up bone by bone. Reach those knees in the opposite direction. Press all four corners of your feet into the mat and slowly roll down.
Hey guys, so I had a couple people, well actually,
And we'll exhale, roll back up. And slowly roll back down. Let's do that one more time. This time, knees off. Holding it there. And then we'll do little pulses up here. Squeeze the toes together. Squeeze and pulse. Squeeze and pulse. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll start to slowly roll back down one vertebra at a time. All right, grab that pillow here. We have one more little variation for bridges. I want you to squeeze that pillow in between those inner thighs. Bring those heels a little bit closer towards your bum. We're gonna give that pillow a nice squeeze and then press those hips up into that bridge. From here, we're gonna squeeze in on that pillow for 8, 7, 6, keeping that neutral, drawing that belly button to the spine with every squeeze. For 3, 2, 1. From here, here's a challenge. You're gonna go into a single leg bridge. Push your left foot into the mat and extend your right leg straight. We'll squeeze in again on that pillow for 8. Nice slow squeezes. For 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and place that right foot back onto the mat and roll back down. We'll do that on the other side. Press back up. Press that right foot into the mat. Extend your left leg straight and squeeze in. 8. Exhale, 7. Try to squeeze in with both those legs. 5, 4, 3. Try to keep those hips even here. 2, 1. Go ahead and place that foot down. And then go ahead and roll down again. One vertebra at a time. And then from there, you can go ahead and take that pillow out to the side and then give your knees another big hug. And that will conclude the warm-up of this class.
All right, guys. So that means you're mine now. Welcome. So go ahead and grab your towel. You're going to need that guy. And then you might want to fold your mat like 3/4 in half. So that when you lay on your side, maybe facing the camera first, you can have your towel just like underneath your hand. We're gonna clean your floors today. Can you guys see me okay? I don't know, it's silent, so hopefully. So I want you to lay on your side with your bottom leg bent. Press your bottom knee into the floor for support. Your goal here is to have your shoulders stacked and your pelvis stacked, right? Top leg's extended, leg is heavy. I'm gonna reach my top hand down my thigh, and then I'll press into my floor hand and try and lift up to the side and then lower back down. So the key here, whatever hand you have on the floor, I want you to think about sliding your shoulder down and back as you lift up. So you should feel last underneath the armpit on the floor hand and then the waist on the top side. Use your exhale to lift up, folding at the waist. And then as you inhale, reach long with the hand, sliding the shoulder blade down your back. Now, if this is uncomfortable for your bottom shoulder, if you reach your hand a little bit more on the diagonal in front of you, it might feel a little bit nicer. Always an option to plant your top hand, or your top hand into the floor for a little bit more support too. So the goal here again is to feel the lats underneath the floor armpit and the waist on the top side of the body. Now I want you to pause in the lifted position, and you can plant your top hand in the floor if you need to, and we're gonna do little pulses, pulsing up and up. So what you wanna feel is the shortening of the obliques at the waist. Exhale up and up. Slide the shoulder blades down and back. I'm getting a little bit sweaty. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm wishing I turned my fan on, but you know, tomorrow's a new day. Good, one more. And then go ahead and lower all the way down. Now from here, you can just fold your bottom arm underneath your head. We're gonna do some glute work for the top hip. So option to keep your bottom leg bent for more support, or for more of a challenge, you can extend your bottom leg, right? But choose an option that works best for you. So I'm gonna bend my leg, no need to show off here. So I want you to kick your leg up off the floor and then swing it back behind you without letting your pelvis rock, right? Now from here, we're just gonna float your heel up to the sky and then lower it back down. So as you lift and lower your leg, I only want you to lift your foot up as high as you can keep your waist lifted, right? So it's like you have like a little mouth hole between your waist and the floor. And what we're doing is we're trying to find a straight line through your spine, opposed to having like your body cocked up on the side, yeah? Exhale, lift with the heel. Think of sending energy out your heel as you lift your leg up. You should feel this in that glute med and glute max on the back of the hip. So as you lift, exhale. And as you lower your leg, focus on that inhale, filling up your lungs through your nose, yeah? Now we're gonna pause with your leg lifted and do little pulses here. So pulse your heel up and back, up and back, up and back. Try and keep the shoulder stacked and the pelvis stacked. Nothing is moving here except that top leg. So you should start to feel that top glute getting a little trembly, right? That's the sign we're doing it right. The more you can contract your abdominals throughout this entire class, the better workout you'll feel, but especially in this exercise. 2, 1 more, and then go ahead and relax your leg down. Now, usually this is when like the groans start happening in live classes. So if you're groaning, know that it makes my heart happy, which is classic if you know me, right? So extend your top leg back out. Now from here, we're going to sweep your leg forward and back. Now I want you to sweep your leg as far forward as you can without your pelvis shifting back and forth. And if you flex your foot, right, pull your toes to your shins as you kick your leg forward, you'll get a little bit more of a stretch in the hamstring on the back of the leg, right? That's your sciatic nerve getting a little bit of a stretch. See if you can exhale as you sweep your leg forward and inhale as you go back. How's it going, Carl?
I'm laughing at Alexis's foot just coming right into the camera.
I feel like mine is too.
Oh, I love that.
Classes are getting different, right? Good. One more time. Pause with your leg in the forward position. See if you can internally rotate your leg. Dip your toes down and your heel up. Try and tap your toe to the floor and then lift your heel back up. And I don't know about you guys, but like right here on the back of my butt is on fire. Yeah. Exhale as the foot lifts up and inhale back down. And 2, woo, feeling the burn. Last one, pause with the foot lifted, externally rotate your leg. So toe up, heel down, and pulse your toe up and up. And now you're gonna feel a little bit more on the front of the hip, right? That TFL muscle, that's really important for hip internal rotation, and it also supports your hip and knees. Wow. And then again, the more you can contract your core muscles here, the deeper shake you're gonna feel throughout your whole body. 2, and 1 more, and then go ahead and relax your leg down. Wow. Anyone else's butt cheeks toast? Well, just the one, right? So from here, let's roll onto your bellies. And you're gonna need your towel again. So you'll wanna spread it out so that you have like, just like a nice flat towel situation. So if your towel's not completely flat, we'll all survive. Yeah. So we're gonna clean your floors now. So I want you to have your hands on the towel about shoulder width apart, and then extend your arms straight out in front of you. So look straight down at the floor and then pull your nose up and in towards the back of your skull like you're trying to do like a double chin contest with yourself. Yeah. And I want you to try and tear the towel apart right to left. Slide your shoulder blades down your back and then lift your heart and chest up towards the sky like a swan. And then lower your head and chest back down. See if you can inhale as you lift up, right? Feeling the lungs expand to help float your back up. And then exhale as you lower the chest back down towards the floor. Exhale, inhale up. Feeling the spine articulate back behind you. So this position is called spinal extension, which is like the opposite of sitting forward at your desk. And I don't know about you guys, but ergonomics in my house are barely a thing right now. Now we're gonna pause with the head and chest lifted here. And I want you to be in a position high enough that it's challenging, but low enough that you can hold it, right? Now posteriorly tilt your pelvis and squeeze your glutes. That means like tuck your tail under and try and bend your elbows by pulling them in tight by your sides, like you're gonna try and tap them to the floor, and then reach your arms back out. Bend the elbows in tight by the sides, squeeze the shoulder blades back and together, and then extend the arms back out. So what you should be feeling here are your triceps on the backs of the upper arm. Imagine there's a string pulling out the crown of your head and it's pulling your head away from your toes. So everything from the crown of the head to the feet is long as the arms are bending in and out. And the more you can pull those shoulders away from your ears, the better you're gonna feel the burn in your triceps. I always say Pilates is easy until you do it right, and it's really hard. And then on this next one, pause with your arms straight and lower your head and chest all the way down. Now from here, we're just gonna fold your arm, hand on top of hand, and rest your head, like your forehead, down on the backs of your hands, and then float your head up off the floor. We're gonna add some rotation. So we're gonna lift one elbow up to the sky, rotating through the upper back. Inhale through center, exhale, lift the opposite elbow. Inhale down, exhale, lift up. Now, as you rotate from side to side, I want you guys to avoid like rolling on your side or laterally flexing, which means like shifting your rib cage right to left. We're focused on just lifting the elbow up towards the ceiling. Imagine there's like a rod going down the center of your spine, like through your spinal cord, and it's holding your spine straight and still, so that as you rotate, you're just rotating in the rib cage, right? Pelvis is staying still. Feel that rotation. Let's do one more on each side. Those of you who take class from me regularly, no, I'm not a great counter, but I have other skills, right? And then go ahead and relax down. Good. Now from here, we're gonna come up onto your hands and knees in 4-point kneeling. If you have more sensitive knees, you can actually fold your mat a few times and then kneel so it's nice and flat on your knees. So a nice option. And then from here, we're just gonna go into a cat-cow stretch. So spread your fingers apart really wide like Spider-Man, and then press your fingertips into the floor. And you wanna have your hands under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And then from here, round your low back up towards the sky like an angry cat, pause, move your shoulders away from your ears, and then sink your heart and your chest towards the floor, arching your back. Yeah, exhale, round up. Blow all the air out of your belly. Feel your abdominals contract as you stretch your low back. And then inhale, sink your chest to the floor. Let your head just go along for the ride. One more time, rounding the back up like an angry cat. And then arching the chest back down. Good. How are we doing on time, Jenna? Perfect. So from here, we're going to do a little bit of balance work. Well, some plank and balance work. So place your toes into the floor like if you're going to be up on your tippy toes, and then just see if you can hover your knees above your mat. My mat's pretty folded, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're a hovering, right? So it's basically 4-point kneeling, but a hovered position. So hold it right here. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. We're going to go back to cat-cow. So now round your back up towards the sky like an angry cat, and see if you can arch your chest towards the floor. Good. Round up towards the sky, and then arch your chest towards the floor. I don't know about you guys, but things are burning, I'm getting sweaty. Round the back up, draw the belly button in. One more time, sink the chest to the floor, and rest your knees down. Go ahead and sit back in a little child's pose stretch. Walk the hands forward in front of you, see if you can sit your butt back towards your heels. If you turn your palms up towards the sky here, you'll actually get a nice stretch in your lats underneath the armpits too, which can feel really lovely. One more big breath here. And then go ahead and walk your hands to your knees and stack your spine back up. And then we'll get excited for your sideline work on the other side. So kick your mat back out. If you want to stay facing your screen, you'll have to turn around in the other direction, which I'm going to do so I can see you guys still. And then just remember, hold your mat so that your hip has a little bit of extra padding. Feels like a full costume change, huh? Okay, so get organized on the other side. I'll give you guys a second. So remember, your towel's on the floor like you're going to do some cleaning. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, bottom leg is bent, top leg is heavy. And then you can plant your top hand into the floor for more support. So this is for that side body lift. So press through the floor as you lift up to the side, and then slowly lower back down with control, right? So we're thinking about lifting with control and also lowering with control. If you're newer to Pilates, number one, welcome. Sorry, this is how we had to meet. But before Pilates was called Pilates, it was called Controlology. So it's all about moving slowly with control and connection to breath. So press through the hand, exhale as you lift the body up to the side, feeling the muscles on the side of the body working, and then inhale with control as you lower back down. Now in your bottom arm, what you'll feel as you lift up is your lat underneath your armpit. Pause here, see if you can sink your shoulder away from your ear, and then we'll leave it there forever, and we'll lower back down one more time. And then on this next one, we're gonna pause in the lifted position and do our pulses. So we'll pulse up and up. Be mindful that the pelvis is staying stacked and still. All the work is coming from those obliques on the side of the body. Good. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Let your breath guide the speed of your movement. Good, two more. And last one, and lower all the way back down. Now from here, just fold your bottom arm underneath your head so you have a little pillow. We're gonna keep the bottom leg bent, or if you straightened it on the other side for more of a challenge, make sure you straighten it on this side too. I kept mine bent because I knew it was coming. So pelvis is stacked, shoulders are stacked, top hands pressed into the floor. We're gonna float your top leg up off the floor and kick it back behind you just a little bit. Now from here, try and lift your waist up off the mat just a little bit, like there's a mouth hole size space. And then we'll lift the heel up to the sky and lower the leg back down. So as you lift the leg up, I want you to imagine there's a string coming out the bottom of your foot and it's pulling your foot away from you as you lift up, right? That reaching feeling is really important for feeling that glute med muscle on the outside of the hip. Exhale to lift and inhale back down. See if you can grow a little bit out the crown of your head too. I feel like that could be exciting. Go ahead, hang in there, you guys. Exhale up, inhale back down. Now pause with your leg lifted. Try and keep the waist lifted up off the mat and pulse your foot up and up and up. And I only want you to pulse as fast as you can exhale, right? So use that breath. Feel the connection between your breath, your abdominals, and your glute muscles. Good, hang in there. Reach a little bit further away with the head and neck, right? Grow long from here, so you're not shrinking through the neck and shoulders. Last one, and rest that leg down for just a second. Group size. Extend your leg back out. Grow long through the foot, right? So I'm like reaching everything in opposite directions here. We're gonna flex your foot, kick your leg forward like you're trying to knock out your camera. So everyone, the bottom of your foot, and then sweep your leg back, squeezing the glute max in the back. Exhale, sweep the leg forward. Maybe feel the stretch on the bottom of your leg, and then inhale as you pull your leg back. Now, as you sweep your leg forward, try and keep your foot lifted in line with your hip, right? Because as soon as it drops, it doesn't count anymore. Yeah, we're only here for the good reps. We only have 30 minutes. Sweep the leg forward, feel the stretch on the back of the thigh. Slowly pull the leg back. Trying to keep the pelvis stacked and the torso still, right? So just the leg is moving. And inhale, sweep it back. One more time. Sweep the leg forward. Here's where it sucks. Pause with your leg forward. Internally rotate your leg. Toe down, heel up. Tap your toe to the floor. Change your mind. Lift your heel up. Tap it down and lift it up, right? Now, if I wasn't teaching, I'd probably have my hand over my face like this because that's what it feels like in my soul, right? So you should feel like right here on the back of your hip crying, yeah? If your leg is shaking, you're probably doing it correctly. One more time, pause with your leg lifted. externally rotate your leg, toes up, heel down, kick your foot up and back down, up and back down. So you'll feel your quad and right at the front corner of your hip here. Use the breath, try and keep the abs tight. Hang in there, you guys. All the shaking happening over here. 2 more, kick it up and back down. Squeeze that leg, keep it straight, and then go ahead and relax your leg down. Anyone else's butt cheek just give out? Just me? Okay, just checking. Okay, so the good news is that's the end of the muscular work. So if you want to stick around and stretch, I'm just going to do a little bit of stretching for those glutes. So I'm going to extend my mat back out and then roll onto my back. And you can actually use your pillow behind your head. You're looking for a little support. You don't have to though. Yeah. So from here, we just did my right leg. Cross one ankle over your opposite knee. Flex the foot, pull your toes to your shin, and then use your hand to press that knee open. Now, if you feel a stretch here on the back of your hip, stay there. If you need more of a stretch, hug that opposite knee in towards you. And I like to use my same elbow, like the leg that's bent, I use the same arm to press the knee open with my elbow for a little bit of a deeper stretch. And then gently rock your legs towards your flexed foot, like maybe 2 inches, and you should feel the stretch increase just a little bit. Couple deep breaths, you guys. Think of exhaling into the tight muscles. Exhale, pull your leg a little bit closer. Good. And then go ahead and rest your foot down. And we'll switch legs. So cross the opposite foot over. Remember, dorsiflex your foot. That means pull your toes to your shin. And then try pressing the knee open. And if this side's, like maybe you need more of a stretch, then again, hug the knee in towards your chest. And again, you can use your elbow to press your knee open for a little bit more of a stretch. You should feel this one in the back of the hip. That's your piriformis muscle, which turns out gets very tight when you sit a lot. Anyone doing more sitting than usual? Guilty. And then rock your legs just a little bit towards your flexed foot. Squaring your pelvis off. And then go ahead and set that foot down. Extend your legs back out in front of you. And then reach your hands to the sky, and we're gonna roll up together one last time. So inhale, float your hands over your head. Exhale, bring your hands back over your face, nod your chin to your chest, scoop through the belly, and roll all the way up. Sitting up nice and tall. And that is all we have for you guys today. I hope you guys had fun and you got a good workout. Perfect timing, Karly, we crushed it. So if you guys want to do this again and you enjoyed class, be sure to like comment or something on Facebook or Instagram and let us know that you were here and you loved it, so we know it's worth it and we should keep coming back. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you unmute yourselves and show your faces, then we can look at your sweaty faces and be proud of you. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Annie. Hi, Luann. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you had fun.
That was awesome.
Thanks, Jenna.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Thanks, you guys.
Is there anywhere that we can like Venmo you guys
Yeah.
for doing this class this morning?
I guess if you want to. That's really sweet.
We'll say no. Yeah.
Why don't if anybody wants to, they can just like private message us, and whoever you private message, either Jenna or I will respond back with our information. Does that work?
Thank you.
Yeah,
You guys are so generous. Oh no, you're frozen. Is everybody frozen? Oh.
Sorry,
Thank
I
you
was
so
late.
much.
I thought it was at 9:30.
Oh, we had a miscommunication. It's not your fault, but we'll probably do it again. That's the good news. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so fun. I hope you guys had fun too.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye,
a
guys.
bunch.
Have a good day. Happy Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Jen. Call me.
Bye-bye.